Hey everybody, this is SWTOR Kamikaze. I am currently on my sniper, and I'm going to be going over the engineering spec. I'll be going over things to know from the discipline path here, and I will not be going over everything for the discipline path, so I highly recommend that you read over each and every single section about it. This way you get a better understanding of your spec, and potentially come up with your own rotation that could potentially be better than what I have. I will be going over my utility points, and again I recommend that you read all of them, that way you can come up with a spec that matches your playstyle far better than what I have. Of course, I'll be going over the rotation that I have set up for you guys, and I will save the player tips for other videos. So I apologize to the snipers who are watching just the specs here to get a better understanding for where to start. I will have another video that will be straight up player tips that goes beyond just the legacy player tips I have been saying in most of my videos. So to get started here, under my utility points and skillful, I use ballistic dampers, where entering cover will grant 3 charges of ballistic dampers. Each charge absorbs 30% of damage dealt by an incoming attack. This effect can occur more than once every 1.5 seconds and cannot be gained again after 6 seconds. I also use vital regulators, where while in cover you heal for 2% of your total health every 3 seconds. I also use snapshot, where entering cover makes the next snipe or lethal shot activate instantly, and the effects cannot occur more than once every 6 seconds. As a substitute, I recommend getting Imperial Efficiency, where it increases the damage dealt by suppressive fire by 25%. Under Masterful, I use Lumbering Impact, where Shatter Shot will reduce the movement speed of the target by 50% for 10 seconds. In addition, when Flashbang ends, it will reduce the target's accuracy by 20% for 8 seconds. And as a substitute, I recommend either Reestablish Range, where Countermeasures purges all movement impairing effects when activated, and it increases your movement speed by 75% for 6 seconds. In addition, the final shot of series shots and Penetrating Blast knocks back the target if they are within 10 meters. The other substitution I recommend will be Stroke of Genius, where activating Cover Pulse makes the next snipe or lethal shot activate instantly and increases your chance to resist force and tech attacks by 20% for 6 seconds. Under Heroic, I personally use Augmented Shields, which increases the amount of damage absorbed by Shield Probe by 30%. I also use Hold Your Ground, which reduces the cooldowns of Shield Probe and Cover Pulse by 5 seconds, and this also reduces the cooldown of your escape ability by 30 seconds. In addition, when you exit cover and gain a cover screen, that increases your range defense by 20% for 6 seconds. As a substitution, I recommend Siege Bunker, which reduces all area effect damage you take by 60% while Entrench is active. Under Legendary, I personally use Deployed Shields, which reduces all damage taken while in cover by 5% and reduces the cooldown of Ballistic Shield by 30 seconds. I also use Defensive Safeguards, where when Ballistic Shield is activated, you gain a charge of Defensive Safeguards for each enemy inside your Ballistic Shield up to 4. This effect lasts for 20 seconds, and each charge increases your damage reduction by 5%. In addition, while you're inside your shield, you heal for 1% of your maximum health every second, and you are immune to being pulled or knocked back. As substitutions, I would recommend either Controlled Chaos for every target initially affected beyond the first. Diversion grants a charge of Controlled Chaos, increasing your armor penetration by 10% per charge. The effect lasts for 8 seconds. The other one would be Executioner, where Flashbang and Maim will grant Executioner, allowing your next takedown within 10 seconds to be used regardless of the target's remaining health and deal 15% additional damage. So for some things to note, your plasma probe overwhelms your target for 45 seconds, which increases the AoE damage that your target takes by 10%. Your cover escape will cause 5 scatter grenades to spread up behind you, which will damage and immobilize any targets caught within them for 3 seconds. Your EMP discharge will cause your next frag grenade to cost no energy, and your EMP discharge affects 7 more targets for 5 within 5 meters if your primary target is affected by electrified railgun. Which electric railgun will be somewhere in here. So for the basic rotation, I have it completely set up for both while you're standing as well as take cover, whichever your preference is. You'll be starting off with Plasma Probe, followed by Interrogation Probe, followed by a series of shots, EMP Discharge, Frag Grenade, Explosive Probe, followed by Snipe. And then we will be using Takedown when it's available. After your first 3 abilities, both EMP Discharge, your EMP Discharge will be procced, and which will cause your Frag Grenade to be procced. At least I believe. Otherwise, they both will be procced by this point. So to show you guys, I'll actually be standing this time around. First will be Plasma Probe, followed by Interrogation, series of shots, EMP Discharge for proc, followed by Frag Grenade, Explosive Probe, Snipe, and then maybe a takedown if they had far less health. So plasma. Then after that, you just go back around and repeat everything you just did. Just better control of timing. So as you can see, it's actually rather basic, but effective. For AoE, I like to do both Orbital Strike as well as Suppressive Fire as an AoE combo. Frag grenade is not required, however that is another AoE if you wish to use that as well. For the combination, you would be starting off with Orbital Strike, and then we would be having Expressive Fire attacking along with it. Small combo, but still effective when you have a group of bats around you. That's all I have for you guys for this video. I wish you guys the best of luck. And for those who are curious about the player tips, unfortunately I'm not going to have them in any of my sniper videos. So please check out the other videos available for other classes, and at the end of the video will be the player tips under the legacy. Or I will also be having a specific player tips video where I'll be going over the legacy player tips as well as some more that is recommended for you guys. Anyway, I wish you guys the best of luck and welcome to playing an Engineer Sniper.